Right. Good morning, lovely people. Hello, hello. Hope everybody's all right. Happy Tuesday, November 12th. All right, you guys. We're going to jump right into a daily message. Hope everybody is doing awesome and fantastic. Let's see what today. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Oh. Alright, interesting. So I'll read this line here, but I will record this line here since I always do this on the right thumb. This is a great Surah, Surah 41. Little have we discussed in Surah 41. It is Fussilat, which means the expounded. Fussilat, expounded. And I'm laughing a little bit to myself because how frequently do I use the word expound? I've caught myself a few times, say, oh, I'm sure I'll expound upon it later. All right, and expounded. The definition of expound is to present and explain a theory or idea systematically and in detail, or to explain the meaning of a literary or doctrinal work. All right, so as we are expounding, okay, these surahs have already been expounded. They've been presented as we discussed. They've been explained as we discussed. Of course, they're given to Prophet Muhammad by the angel Gabriel, divinely recorded and inspired. Okay, so this is the text that has been expounded. And right now we're going to look at line 54. Line 54, which reads, Ah, indeed, are they in doubt concerning the meeting with their Lord? Ah, indeed, it is He that doth encompass all things. All right. So, as simple as this line and this verse is, it touches on a little bit of a few topics, I would say, a few concerns, a few doubts. Some really do use the term if you meet with your God. I watch my great Imam Mufti Mink, right? He's a great speaker. I really do appreciate his messages and his knowledge of the Quran. But he had somebody come up to him and said, if you meet with your Lord, your God, will He be, and He tells you, you've done a great job explaining the word, but what if He tells you that the people didn't listen, or the people didn't believe, or not everybody did what He told them to do? Okay, pause for 1 second. I'll be right back. Hold on 1 moment. Of the subconscious mind. Now what you will know how to handle these tricks, and you will know how to avoid their evil. Because sometimes it may seem that life is playing dirty tricks on you. We all get people complain. That isn't fair. This isn't right. Why? You will find out something. It's okay. Hi, Mama. You want to come sit? Okay. Sorry, guys. There was a weird smell. A weird emergency smell. So where I was leaving off was the question that he asked, right, this great speaker, Mufti, was, if you meet with the Lord, And this part kind of gets me confused, because there are really some, right, that think that they won't have the opportunity, or they won't have the chance to meet with their Lord face to face, for multiple reasons, through multiple foretelling and through multiple experiences. But it is very clear, as we have read in the Quran many times over these last few weeks, that there is no doubt and there is no consideration, or there's no factors that will have you avoid ever meeting with your Lord. Okay, it will come into play one way or another. The instances that I'll say that the meeting with the Lord face to face become avoided, or they don't necessarily happen, I would say are the near-death experiences. In some cases it does happen, but not all cases that takes place. Why? Because the people are brought near death, and they may have, hence the name, a near-death experience, but they are not going to be permanently moved on to the other side or to their next life. Okay, they are going to return to earth, oftentimes, as reported, with memories, right? So in that sense, they are not going to meet the Lord, and they're not going to see him. Some people see Jesus, okay? That has been a commonly reported thing. Some people feel God's presence, or they sense the great light, and they experience God's presence. But actually meeting with the Lord and coming face to face with him, which is long awaited and the most pleasing and miraculous and beautiful experience that you could ever achieve, right? That is guaranteed. Okay, once you reach death, that is guaranteed. So that's something to just make very clear, because it's talked about in many lines, in many different surahs, that it will certainly happen. There should not be any doubt that takes place. So I guess that's just what we need to clarify here today. No, it's not going to be just the special people, right? It's not going to be just the ones that did right by the Lord. It will also be the ones who did wrong by the Lord. Maybe some who are on, a pathway to hell, if you will, right? It will be those who are punished as well. So it's going to be everybody, not just the good, not just the bad, okay? Everybody will get a chance to meet with their Lord and see, right, the truth. See the truth. Okay, they encompass all things. And I could go on and on and on about the details with this, like I have in the past. But I'm going to just leave it as simple as possible. So just know that there is no doubt. There is no doubt when you reach death, when you reach the end and it's final, right? You're not going to come back from a near-death experience or anything like that. When it's final, when the decision has been made that you will either move on to the hereafter, take a little detour here or there, and the home is your hereafter, or excuse me, the hereafter is your home, or if there is some kind of punishment in store, all right, God forbid, I'll say that in the most kind and not rude way, right? God forbid, there is no doubt that this would take place, that you would meet with the Lord, okay? There's not, there's no way that can be avoided. All right, I'll just leave it at that, because that's what it says, and that's all that I am aware of and able to speak upon right now. Okay. So something to look forward to. Something to look forward to. Something to look forward to. I know that sounds bleak, because when we mention this, we are talking about death. We are talking about the end. But really, as believers, we should really look to this as the opportunity of opportunities, the epitome of it all, okay? Really the epitome of it all. Something to look forward to. So, do not be in doubt. Do not doubt that this will eventually come. Nobody can avoid it. Nobody can escape it. Nobody can avoid it, even if they want to, okay? Even if they don't deserve that interaction or that meeting, okay, nobody can avoid this moment here, and it should be something that we look forward to with excitement, with joy, And yeah, I'll leave you guys with this. We are going to finish up Nehemiah today. And my, do things take a turn. Even though we have already covered some of these things in the book of Ezra, there's some things I gotta say about this Nehemiah, alright? He's taken me on a roller coaster of emotions, and I'm not sure how I feel. No, I mean, he is all good. Of course, he began with the best intentions, and we shall see what this next last chapter has to say. Alright, so God bless you guys. I will be here in 2 minutes, and I'll talk to you in a second. 2 minutes. Bye-bye.